MAGA is upset with Trump. People voted for him, believed in him. Now they feel betrayed. When it comes to those stamps, people not playing, they taking it real serious. People's stamps have been cut in half, some completely off. Thumbs up the video, smash subscribe. People feel played and betrayed by the changes that been made. For real. They feel betrayed by the changes that been made by Trump. Let's get into it.
I'm pissed off. Donald Trump stole my food stamps and I'm not happy at all. Currently, we were getting like $800 a month in food stamps, and that helped us a lot. And then he caught on that I been making some money on TikTok, and basically they sent me an email and they're like, you can't get it anymore. You're making too much money, and now I make too much money. It's kind of stupid to me, because like it doesn't matter what I make on this stupid little app. I'm still not making enough to have $800 in food stamps. I think I deserve it. Like. And then to make matters worse, he of course had to take my housing too. So now we have to pay out of pocket for our house. So this is ridiculous. Like, my daughter stopped paying me half of her check because of her stepdad. Now I have to pay rent, and I don't get my $800 a month in food stamps. This is seriously my 13th reason why. And no, I don't want any of your opinions.
Well, you about to get mine. Ma'am, that's the rules. When you signed up, that was in writing, ma'am. You have to update them when your income changes. And that will affect your stamps. Them yams. Crazy lady. You should be happy you got an income. Not everybody know how to make money on TikTok.
Oh my God. What me and my kids gonna do? I only got $60 in my food. They cut my food stamps to $60. What me and my kids gonna do? Like, that's crazy. I looked at my thing, it say $60. What is that? I got about 6 kids. What is that gonna do, $60? You got to be kidding me right now. Like,
You got about 6 kids, or you do have 6 kids? What you mean about?
Now, like, I am so tight right now. I really is pissed off. Pissed off. Like, and my public housing, like, what I'm finna do? I done got an eviction letter. Like, what am I finna do? I was living 3 years rent-free. Like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, what am I supposed to do now?
Trump has cut my food stamps from $2,800 down to $350.
Sheesh.
Now, what am I supposed to do? Huh? So, I literally just got this piece of mail today saying that due to new policy changes from the Trump administration, all this shit, whatever, that all these cuts and whatever he's doing over there, now they're telling me I have to go work. Now I have to go do all this. Well, I literally got 5 kids. Okay, I'm trying to sit here and spend time with them. I'm not trying to go work, 50, 60 hours a week so I can pay bills. I just really don't understand. I voted for him this last election because I thought what he had good was going on, but now all of a sudden, all this policy stuff's coming out, and now he's making all these cuts, and now he doesn't want to help the less fortunate people no more. I'm done with that guy. I'm not. If he gets voted in again, I'm leaving this country. Because I'm not dealing with this no more. This is all shit.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but he can't get voted in again, my boy. What you talking about? This is his 2nd term, my guy. The IQ of some of these people, man, oh man. I lost a couple brain cells listening to him.
Donald Trump says food stamps will be the next thing to go, which is going to affect my life substantially. I get $2,400 a month. Not me personally, but my neighbor. She has 6 kids, okay? And she's a single mother, and I like to help her out every month. So I give her cash, $300, and she gives me $2,500 in food stamps every month, okay? Win-win. And then later on in the month when she needs rides to go get food boxes and things like that, I'm there to take her. But
Whoa. I see why he mad. I mean, he's scheming her. She must don't got him all. How he get that type of deal? Whoa. She must be a fiend. She gotta have an addiction problem. His neighbor a fiend for sure. Yeah. She playing herself like that.
now this is going to take a income out of my home is the problem here. So for those of you that voted for Mr. Donald Trump, first of all, you owe me an apology. Let's just start there, okay? I'm going to be out. Like, what does that say for me and my family? What are we going to do for food now? So, oh, and then they expect me to go get like a job or something like that and go work at McDonald's so I can pay for food. But you can't really pay for food. I mean, I don't really have much bills. I get state assistance and housing and stuff like that, but Trump's getting away with housing too. Like I'm gonna be like out on the streets soon.
Nothing to say. There's nothing I would say, or I mean, he's not gonna change. My food stamps just got taken, so I'm in a bit of a crisis here, trying to find out how I'm gonna pay for food for the month. They closed my case. I think yesterday. I just found out today. So, yeah. I mean, I'm get a lot of people like saying, "Go Trump! Oh, yo, he's so awesome." Nothing. Just wastes of life. I have no food now, so this kind of sucks. And you people still support him? Right here.
That boy shook up, ain't he? He is shook up.
Yeah, why in the food stamp office on talking about a letter saying they finna cut my sales because I will cooperate with child support. Like, these folks ain't reached out to me. They ain't sent me no letter. They ain't called me by phone or none of that. Y'all weren't trying to gather no information on that man. But y'all want to cut somebody's stamp. Like, make it make sense. If y'all would have reached out to me by letter or phone, I would have told y'all that man's name, where he worked at, his social security number, his address, phone number, whatever y'all needed to know. Because, baby, me and Ty Jr. need that.
You and who?
And we need our benefits, so stop playing with us when it comes to the benefits. But yeah, I'm going to take care of that. Because I need all mine. Bye, y'all. Needed to know. Because, baby, me and Ty Jr. need that.
Oh, okay. Junior. I thought she said Ty Jones or something. I'm about to say, what type of name? Okay, cool. Yeah, her and Ty Jr. need that. All right. Her and Ty Jr. need them food stamps. So she would have gave y'all that man's social, his date of birth, his age, where he work at, his height, his weight, his criminal background check, anything you needed to know. So those food stamps didn't have to go.
So I decided to open up my DHS mail that I had sitting in my thing for a few days now. Yeah, they took my food stamps. Yeah, they took my food stamps from the thing that happened last week with the pop cans and dumping them out in the Walmart parking lot to get cash, like I've always done. And the cop said he could have arrested me, but he wasn't going to, but he had to report it to the state. I didn't think he would actually report it. So not only are they taking my food stamps away and my cash benefits, they are making me repay everything from the last year. Do you know how much that is? The number is right here. $23,678 they want me to pay back. I can't afford groceries with the food stamps that they were giving me. How do they expect me to pay it back that?
If you can't pay it back, you can always go sit in that cell for about a year. Pay it back by doing some hard time. That's going to be the only option for most of these people. Y'all going to have to sit in the cell, man. Y'all going to have to work Y'all gonna have to work in the kitchen, 20 cents a day. 20 cents a week, I don't know what it is. I ain't never been to jail. It ain't nothing though. It's a little bit of nothing. Y'all gonna have to work it off that way. Go ahead and just put your hands behind your back. Become a number in the system. You're still in the system, don't worry. It's just a different system, the prison system this time. Not the food stamp system. At least you ain't gotta worry about food. That's covered. That's the only thing. I'm worried about the kids.
Does anybody know if there's like an appeal? Can I appeal this? It doesn't say. I'm fucking screwed.
Everything that caught up to her, I didn't seen her. She was scheming everywhere across the board, dumping out pop cans in the parking lot to return the pop cans to make money. She was jugging the whole system for a long time. She said, like I usually do, yeah, all of that's coming back to y'all now. All of that fraud y'all been doing, it's catching up to y'all now. Now y'all don't know what to do.
Well, what do we have here? SNAP benefits will disappear for more than 2 million Americans. Are they sure that they're Americans? I mean, after all, those people that walked across the border unchecked received a whole bunch of benefits. So I doubt very seriously if that's 2 million Americans. And then also a lot of people falsely believe that it's people who look like me that are pretty much the recipients of these benefits. And when that's simply not true. If you're not growing your food, you might want to start because these aren't the only cuts that they've been making, and there will be more following this. So the survival of the fittest. That's what it's coming down to. I wish everyone, regardless of their skin complexion, the best.
The Hunger Games is coming to a city and town near you. Yeah, I agree. I hope people have started growing vegetables, fruits. I got my people started a couple years ago. I told them this was going to happen. I said, y'all better start a garden. And they've already had some of their vegetables harvest. About a year ago, my pops was showing me some of the vegetables. I'm like, it's going to come to a point, and my people don't get food stamps, but I'm saying, look at the prices of food on top of food stamps being cut. I knew all government assistance eventually would start to be cut out. I've been talking about it on this channel here. If you haven't been in tune, then you might want to get in tune. You might want to smash subscribe right now if you haven't. That's what we talk about. That's what we cover. I hope some people that are watching this channel are learning and implementing the things that I speak and teach. If you're on food stamps right now, hey, go down and get you some seeds. If you still got a place to stay, go and get you some seeds and start you a garden. With hydroponics, you can even do it indoors for the winter months if you stay in the Midwest or those cold states.
Don't ever say it can't get worse. God is truly testing me. If you're new here, a little snippet of my backstory is I'm currently fighting to keep my RV that I live in with my kids because since I was 43 days late and I left my spouse, my neighbors that I'm buying it from is trying to void our contract unless I come up with the total owed of over $16,000. I, in July, asked my spouse to leave. In July. Technically, we broke up in June, but I was like, no, it's cool. We'll co-parent. We'll live in the same place. I can make this work. But it wasn't a mentally healthy relationship. So in July, I told him, I was like, you have to find somewhere to live. I can't do this. And in June, I started sleeping outside in a hammock, a tent, everything, while he slept inside after work. But that was it. He would sleep and go to work. And his days off, he would go stay with his mom. He couldn't do that while he was working, though, because she's 3 hours away. He didn't cook food, eat, nothing. Like, if y'all seen all the food things he had in his car, it's... Anyways, in August, back up, in July, end of July, I applied for cash aid. I've never received it in my life because I've always had a job. And in August, I started receiving food stamps. Well, so far, I've been denied 3 times due to the cash aid thing. But I did get my food stamp. And I'll be transparent, $720 for me and my boys. Me and my boy. And then September 1st, he finally moved into his apartment. Tell me why they called me the last Friday in August, because Monday was a holiday, and the first. Called me Friday and said that I needed to add him to my food stamps because he lives here. No, we are not together. I literally sleep outside. When he's home, I walk down to the restroom. I won't even go inside to go to the restroom. But they're saying I need to add him. And I said, well, no. No, I'm sorry. Last Friday in August, they said that I was denied from cash aid because he lives here. And I said I sleep outside a tent. They said they have photos that I don't. Yes, I do. I have videos that I do. September 2nd is when they called me and they said, you need to add him to your food stamps. And I said, no, he don't live here. Because he doesn't. He moved into his apartment on the 1st. September 2nd, they said, well, you need to add him for August. Nope, August is over. And he did not cook food or prepare food or eat food while being here. He slept and left while I was outside. They said that because he is my youngest son's dad, that it doesn't work like that. He has to be added, whether we're together or not. I'm like, he don't pay no bills. I'm literally losing my RV due to he doesn't pay anything or contribute anything to this household. He has a pillow to lay his head on so he's not sleeping in his car. But again, I'm not staying inside. They said, well, I got to talk to my manager. I'll call you back. September 6th came. I got my food stamp. Tell me why. I just got a letter saying that I owe these people $1,500 cash dollars to pay back my food stamps for August and September because I refused to add him to my case. I literally applied for cash aid because I don't have an income. How do you expect me to pay back $1,500? As well as that man did not cook or prepare food here. Go through his car. You'll see all his food that he bought himself because he didn't pay no bills here. Oh, and they cut me off my food stamps. So now I have no income and no way to feed my kids. And the owners of my RV are trying to take my RV if I don't come up with $16,000. Like, what did I do to deserve this? I have always helped everybody. I have worked my entire life. And now the one time that I'm in a rut, like, it just keeps on hitting. If you've made it this far, thanks. I do have a GoFundMe.
Look like her and her husband should have just worked it out. Seems like everything is working in his favor. He getting an apartment. They wanted to put him on the stamps. Since she didn't do that, they cut hers and she owe it back. I don't know. He might not have been that bad of a person. I don't know. I don't know the guy. But in this harvest season, it seems like the seeds that he's planted are sprouting and hers are not. That's all I'm saying. But I don't know. Hoping the best for you. Tough situation. Tough situation. You are really going through it.
If you're poor, don't have kids, okay? If you're struggling, don't have kids. Don't bring more in. If you already have them, that's another situation. If you don't have them, don't bring any in. And if you have two, don't go having another one. If you have one, don't go having two more. Be wiser. Close them legs. I usually don't say that, but close it up, sis. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks for those kids. But y'all women, this is y'all wake-up call. Stop having kids. Be wiser. Make better decisions. If you don't have kids, don't have any. It's hard out here. I keep seeing videos about food stamps being cut off, and honestly, the woman in me, the gentle, feminine woman of me, I feel so bad, not for y'all as mothers, but for those children, because children need to eat, and unfortunately children are not asked to be brought here. You guys are bringing them here, and they're not asked to be brought here, and they are the ones who suffer at this whole bill adjustment or whatever. Okay, but I was just talking the other day about how responsible people who get an education, get a trade, find a hustle, however you do it, right? Responsible people who are high earners or sufficient earners who pay for everything themselves seem to be punished the most in America.
I agree. When you are middle class, you don't qualify for any government assistance because you make too much. You don't get any support. You have to do everything on your own. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the thing is, when you are poor, you get all of the assistance, and it's crippled those people, right? All of this time has been to where middle class just funded these systems. The taxpayers put the money into the systems that pay to keep the poor around, right? That give them housing, give them food. So that makes it to where the poor do not want to work. We're not talking about the poor people that just are working and still poor. Most people are on the system because they get benefits. They will even limit their income, try to hide their income, try to do workarounds to stay on the system. When you're middle class, you got the worst end of the stick. You don't really get any tax breaks either if you're just a normal working employee. The rich get tax cuts. The poor don't got to pay taxes. The middle class pay the most in taxes. And let me speak on the fact that she said if you are struggling or poor, don't have kids. Yes, it's a blessing to have kids, but you should be able to provide for those kids, able to at least feed them. That's the least you should be able to do. Feed those kids. What if the government was to go down today? Then what would you do? How would you house those kids and how would you feed those kids? That should be something you ask yourself. If every program was cut today, would I be able to provide for these kids? If the answer is no, then you shouldn't be having more kids. But people like to abuse the system. They have more kids so that they can get more benefits or stay with the benefits.
Higher taxes. We don't get any assistance. We don't qualify for any assistance. And I think it is so backwards because it's kind of that thing of like rewarding good behavior, right? I feel like too oftentimes in America, bad behavior, bad patterns are rewarded. For example, a woman who goes out there and continues to get pregnant over and over, knowing that she is already struggling with the first child, right? She continues to get pregnant, whether it's by the same man or another man, okay? After 2 times, something should start clicking. No, she goes and get pregnant again. And then you have some women that proudly, right, have like 8 or 9 kids and she's on government assistance, y'all. Government assistance is supposed to be a stepping stone, a tool to help you get on your feet. It's not supposed to be something that you get on and commit to staying on for the rest of your life.
Right,
okay.
right.
It's not supposed to be something that you utilize and then have more kids so that you can keep it up. Okay. Now, again, it sucks. I'm jealous. I'm going to admit it, because then I just came across a post over on Facebook that certain SNAP recipients or EBT recipients qualify for like free education programs.
Is that true? I've never heard not one person on Snap say that they were going to school. Now, I'm not saying it's not true. I'm asking y'all. I don't know, though. Is that true? And something just hit me, right? She said the same thing that I said. People will have more kids to stay on government assistance. I remember asking on a video, multiple videos, how are the people with 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 kids doing it? How are they surviving in this economy? That's the answer. The government is paying for it. That's why they're having 8, 9 kids. Most people, not all people. If you somebody that you doing it, you, your husband, you, your boyfriend, you, your girlfriend, whatever. If you're somebody that y'all are doing it off of y'all income, I'm not talking about y'all, but I'm saying most people, the majority of people right now, currently, that's how they're doing it. And that's why they're doing it. So they can stay on the system, stay using the system. But middle class fund the system. They can't get to be fruitful the same way. Most people, unless you're well off. In America, there's a divide of, on one side, people not having kids because it's too expensive. They're scared that they won't be able to provide for those kids. The birth rates are down. Majority of the people that's adding to those numbers that are not reproducing are the working class. The people that are reproducing in extreme numbers are the poor. That just hit me. The poor people are the ones having all the kids. I didn't even think about it like that.
And I'm like, okay, I guess it's a good thing because it's another tool to help them get off of the government assistance. So from that perspective, I see it. But I would love some free education. I would love knowing that I am being rewarded for being responsible, choosing not to have kids, okay? Choosing to pay for everything out of my own pocket, my house, my pocket, my car, my pocket, my insurance, my pocket, these high groceries, my pocket. Everything is out of my pocket. I'm an adult, right? I'm not complaining. Kind of is. But I'm an adult and that's what I'm supposed to do, right? But it's me choosing to be responsible and making these strategic, good decisions. And it's like we get no help. We get taxed the most. It's like we're punished for being responsible. And I'm just like, what the freaking heck is going on? Like, I really think America, maybe we're getting to it later on in Trump administration, where he starts like, I don't know if he's in charge of that or if that's like another party or something, another branch of government, you know, but they should start rewarding free education programs to people who are like me, right? We pay all of our own bills. We get no handouts. We get no assistance. We keep our bills paid on time. We work hard, okay? 40 plus hours a week. In my case, for almost 14 hours a day. So minimum 60 hours a week if we're saying 12 hours a day. Yeah, I think it's about time that we start getting handouts or free things. Like let's start rewarding us for our good choices, for actually trying to contribute to the economy in America. Okay. I feel bad for the children. Okay. Because these children, I don't know how they're going to get food. Maybe your church, local food banks, maybe your mother decides to get a job. I don't know. You know, pretty much the children are here. So you kind of got to like figure it out at this point. But, most of you, not me, but most of you, a lot of Americans are a paycheck away from being homeless.
Correct.
So until you get in a position to where if you were to have to be out of a job for 6 months to a year, you can still keep your bills flowing, don't even think about having kids. Close up shop, be very stern about the men that you allow in your life, and get on your grind and get to your bag. And since they're offering free education programs for SNAP recipients, use this opportunity to go and further your education so that you can get a higher paying job to where you can take care of your kids without the government. Because yes, too many, y'all trying to act like all these women on EBT are just these women that's trying to feed their kids. No, I know some people that's getting way more money than what their kids would ever need for food, and they're selling the remainder of what they get.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, they're selling those stamps, which helps people who buy them who don't get stamps, but they're still selling these stamps. And it's a lot of women that are choosing to stay on government assistance because it is easier, because your rent can be subsidized down, right? Instead of paying $2,000, you're paying $200, or you're paying $500 for this huge house, right? Or you're paying $60 for this apartment, and your lights are free, and your water is also discounted. Like, clearly there's benefits. That's why people stay on it for all their lives.
Exactly. And people know that. People know that. In the minds of them, why would I go work if I can get the same things for a discount or even for free that the working people cannot afford? A lot of people think like that. On one hand, it kind of makes sense. On the other hand, you don't want to be low income forever. We have goals. You strive to achieve those goals and go up a level, not be stagnant in life and depending on someone else. You want to be self-dependent, right? Self-reliant. But millions of other people do not. That's where it comes into play that Americans are lazy. Not all of us. A lot of us work hard. But overall, in comparison to Africans, the people in Africa or Mexico and other countries, they don't have government assistance at all. They can't get any help. We're making videos about people complaining about food stamps being cut off. In other countries, they're complaining because they can't afford food, period. They working hard and can't afford food because they just don't make enough after working hard all day, every day. That's the difference. They'll come over to America and be like, y'all lazy. They get multiple jobs to feed their family. They won't depend on the system. That's the problem that we have within this country for our people, the American people. A lot of us are lazy. Like I said, not all of us, but a large percentage of us. Those that are dependent on the system, milking the system, abusing the system, having more kids so that they can stay on the system, doing everything across the board to stay on it. I'm talking about them. That's what I'm talking about. But look, that no longer will be the thing anymore. Trump is cutting that out. Food stamps are being cut. Either the limits are being cut in half, into thirds, or completely off for a lot of families out here, millions of families out here. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about this. Peace to my Hebrew fam. Shalom. I will catch y'all on the next one.